Some days you wake up at the crack of dawn and look outside at the morning light peeking through the horizon and think to yourself, I'm so lucky to be here right now. As your mind starts to wander, you whisper, crazy that we're already in mid-December and another year is about to end. Where did time go? Let's just say that this past year has been quite eventful, and where I am today is really not where I expected to be at this same time last year. I hope, when you look back, you feel proud of all the hardship you've endured and overcame. I surely am on my side. So let's take a minute to acknowledge this past year and take a nice deep breath before releasing it all. You've proven to yourself, once again, that no matter what happens, you're gonna be okay. Personally, the main aspect of this past year has been finding and being able to remain in this state of flow with the universe, to follow the signs, to allow things to unfold without pressure, and to focus on remaining hopeful and grateful, and to follow what my heart feels called to do and say. This state of flow with the universe is what we'll be talking about today. I think I've tweeted about this before, but if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would have never picked up a brush in my life and really invest in my creative side. I would have never started my Etsy shop, and that honestly would have been a tragedy. Because when I'm either painting or sculpting or writing these deep thoughts for YouTube is when I feel the most at peace. There's this complete calmness that takes over, and I think it's when I produce my best work. Most artists will know this state all too well. So if you've gained any wisdom from my video this past year, this should be the one. Be observant and seek the activity that creates this calmness in your mind and do more of it. There's a reason why you feel this way and when you do it, and you shouldn't be fighting it or overthinking it. Listen to where the universe is nudging you to go. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up and hopefully not repeat myself too much. For me, this state of flow happens when I'm creating something with my hands. Maybe a painting, a sculpture, or a delicious meal for myself or a friend. And today's recipe is exactly that. My twist on chicken cacciatore that was created for a Twitch stream, but that I also made for a really good friend of mine. And before I start another ramble, I'm going to wish you guys all the best for this upcoming holiday season and New Year, if you're celebrating, of course. And may you always stay in this state of flow with the universe. May you always listen to where it's leading you to go. I love you. I believe in you. And I hope you get to try this recipe. Alright, let's jump in. Okay, so the amount of sauce we'll be making is enough for at least 4 people, but if you're making it just for 2, like what I'll be doing, I strongly suggest you keep the leftover sauce and olive because it makes a really good shashuka for the next morning. First, we're gonna start by pitting our mixed olive. You can buy some pitted one to make it easier on yourself, but worst case, the trick is just to smash them with the flat side of the knife and remove the pit. We're also going to need some minced garlic and a chopped yellow onion. I like to go strong on the garlic, so 4 or 5 cloves won't be too much, I promise. Now let's chop some delicious sun-dried tomatoes to add a nice depth of flavor right from the beginning. They also have a nice chew to them, and I think it enhances the final experience. Fresh herbs for the win, we'll need some Italian parsley that we will chop, fresh thyme, and fresh bay leaves. Last mini prep before we start grilling is to pour an entire can of Italian tomato with their juice in an oven dish. Break down the tomato with your fingers for some uneven pieces. Call me messy, but I really like this step. Touching the food brings me closer to it. Okay, now let's start grilling. Working in a stainless steel deep frying pan, add a bit of oil in your chicken thighs skin side down. They will stick at the beginning, and that's normal, but don't be too nervous as they will unstick easily when the skin is nicely brown. The goal here is just to sear the skin and not to cook the chicken all the way through. Once that's done, remove the chicken out of the pan and scrape off all the little bits of skin that might have gotten stuck because you were too much in a hurry and turned them around too early. Whoops, my bad on this one. Add all your aromatic except the fresh herbs and allow them to cook for at least 5 to 6 minutes until they look like that. Deglaze the pan with white wine and cook it down. Now time to season with salt and pepper, add your fresh herbs, and keep grilling all this amazingness for a few extra minutes. How beautiful is this? Alright, we're almost there. Time to place your chicken in the oven dish and spread around all your aromatics. Bake for 1 hour in a preheated 350 Fahrenheit oven, and voila! Bon appétit! Chicken and olive for the soul and to share with someone special. Hope you get to try this recipe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'm going to catch you in my next one. Bye!